Okay, so this is an RSP class, and the students in this classroom have been working on fluency, sight word recognition, decoding, engagement, because
Mm-hmm.
some students don't stay too well engaged in their work. And the last time we talked, we set up a goal of um, adding comprehension, reading comprehension
Mm-hmm.
pieces. So I noticed today that you used an article that was from Black History Month. It was kind of a high interest article. It was leveled. The students in here are about fourth grade, and the article was maybe
Second,
about second.
second grade.
And I saw that by and large the kids were tracking and reading using a pencil to track the words and underlining and circling. Um, how did you feel about the lesson?
I feel it's good. I feel like they're getting into the routine, and some of them are really trying and are getting something out of it. Even the one who's probably academically the lowest is starting to be mostly on point with what she wants to talk about and staying more focused on the article. I do have a student that she's up and down, and today she definitely was not engaged at all, even though she did say the key ideas. So,
So, do you think the lesson was successful?
for the most part, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I did even hear Milan say the key ideas about the article, that he was an inventor, that he did street lights and invented a
The,
gas mask kind
yeah.
of hood, and she knew that. But she is kind of all over the place while
Yeah.
she's doing it. So Milan has problems staying focused.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon and Amaya, pretty well
Pretty
engaged,
focused, yeah.
pretty
This
focused.
time.
And Estrella, though, what do you think?
From
I heard her say, "I'm no good at history. I can't do this." That was my observation.
Yeah, and then she gave two key details, but didn't want to write them down in any way or draw them. Um, and I'm hoping maybe with more routine, she'll just get into the habit of doing it and know that she's expected to do it. She did do it on Tuesday, so I'm a little disappointed that after producing something on Tuesday, she refused to produce anything today.
So I would like to say it was because I was here. There was a stranger in the classroom, but she knows me very well,
Yeah.
and I've seen her do this before, and I've seen her work. So her level actually is her reading level.
Is just under grade level.
So she should have been able to read this,
Yeah.
and it wasn't long,
No.
and you were sitting right next to her and encouraging her, and I was encouraging her.
Yeah.
So, what actions would you like to take to help keep Milan on task? The two that are closer to grade level, what actions would you like to take with each of the
Well, the
kids?
ones that are closer grade level, I think I'd like them to work together. And I wouldn't have immediately paired them together because one's a much stronger reader than the other, but they're so engaged and able to complete the task. I'd like to put them together. And then I think I would like to see Milan next to me as well as Estrella, because Estrella is already next to me. And I think with Milan, the more routine it gets, the more praise she gets for doing things that are part of the article. Um, I think she'll get into it. I think it'll just take a lot longer.
And maybe you were talking before about the level
Oh,
for.
yeah. And if I can find articles where I can level it even lower for Milan, I think that would help a lot too. So less information for her to look at.
So remember last week when she said, "This is making me dizzy. This is going to
Yes.
make me throw." Something about the words, too many words
Too
on the
many
page.
words. Yeah.
Or she's just using it. We don't know for
We
sure.
don't
But
know. But
she
she
does
does.
kind of get a dizzy look in her eyes. It's like
Yeah.
it's too much.
Yeah, but hey, at least she didn't do that today because she did that Tuesday. A variation. So.
Yeah, and she did it last week when I
Yeah.
was here.
So.
So, so for practice, comprehension is a huge strategy. There's a lot of strategies that go with comprehension, and I was wondering if you've tried any or what you've tried, how you think you
Strategy. So right
for
now
teaching comprehension
for-
skills.
Okay. So right now we for a long time have worked on building our vocabulary, and I think we've
Hmm.
kind of had a breakthrough with several of the students building their sight word vocabulary and their fluency recently. So I've just started really with the comprehension because they finally have the vocabulary large enough. But I think the partner work, I think sentence frames for finding the main idea would help, so they can start writing more and questioning maybe with each other about finding the ideas.
So sometimes, you could post a comprehension strategies list on the board and point to it today. Today we're going to look for main idea sentences and where that could be found, like at the beginning or the end of a paragraph, or keywords, important words. um, Making a list of the key phrases so they have a list of those words.
Oh, yeah.
And then maybe even making a list, like all of these passages have to do with Black History Month.
Yes.
You could have a list of words that might go with that. Important people, protest, I have a dream speech, things that they've heard, so that they can make connections to
What they've been doing in the classroom.
Yeah, so like this guy today, I had never heard his name before at all. So I knew it was new to them, but they found it interesting because of the gas mask thing. They've seen that on TV, and then traffic signals.
And they all know what traffic
They all
signals.
know that, so they knew what that
So
was.
that was good.
So, and then you talk about putting two in maybe in a partner. What about Estrella? How we're going to get her on task? What plan could you make for her?
I still feel like just clearer expectations of what she needs to produce, preview with her that these are going to go on the wall, give her a chance to edit and revise a little bit, give her some time, maybe some one-on-one conferencing about that. Just say, hey, this is what we're doing with this is the expectation. I want you to be able to participate.
And so modeling maybe too, where you show, because when she saw the Post-its, I mean, it was like they could have drawn a picture, they could have written the words, they could have copied a sentence,
Done both.
or done both, and it didn't have to be fancy, but she didn't want to do anything. So maybe modeling it, you do one, she does one, something like that. I don't know if that might help.
She did copy me the first time, so I think she's a little unhappy about not being able to copy.
Sometimes kids get embarrassed, like they're not going to do it the right way, or like she just thought immediately, I can't draw a gas mask, I can't do that. Well, that's kind of hard, but she could draw a stop sign and write stop in the middle, or she could have just written gas mask.
Yes.
Yes, and his name, and that he was an inventor. So, will you implement some of these ideas in your next comp lessons, and will you write up some next steps?
Yeah. So I think this is kind of a long-term process. So I want to refine it because it's something that's leveled, and I can kind of add more for the students that are who've got it. So I can make that more challenging, have them work together in partners, and then I can scaffold for the other two.
And maybe support. Go up to third grade level on two of them.
Yeah.
And maybe even her, too. Maybe the reading level.
Maybe level her up, yeah.
Level her up.
Maybe use highlighters, something and keywords and
something that would engage her.
Hopefully get some engagement.
Okay, and then I was thinking maybe in like 2 or 3 weeks, I'll observe again and see
how
what they're doing and how they're...
Sounds good.
Sound good?
Yes, sounds good.
Okay, well, thank you.
All right. Bye.